the $2,500 payment within the reconciliation bill and why this is potentially a good thing and gives leverage to adults, seniors, and fixed income beneficiaries, especially those people living on Social Security and all the other benefits administered by the Social Security Administration. Well, that's what I want to focus on here in this video because lawmakers are currently working on this reconciliation bill. It's likely going to be passed within the next few weeks, and there's a $2,500 payment in there, which could be multiplied multiple times depending on how many people are within a household. But again, just as I talked about the other day in a separate video, this is potentially giving leverage to seniors, again, Social Security beneficiaries, and a lot of adults out there. So let's talk about the details of this really quickly. Now, I've seen a number of you here in this community that have reached out and said, this is unfair, I don't like this. The reconciliation bill, otherwise known as this huge package, the big beautiful bill, the stimulus package, whatever you want to call it, it's out there right now. Senators are currently working on it, and they're likely going to be passing this and also sending it to the president's desk literally in the next couple weeks here. Yeah, a lot of big things happening. Anyway, I've seen a lot of people reaching out saying, hey, this is super unfair. There's all kinds of things in there, tons of money handouts, all kinds of things for all kinds of different people. But who did they forget about yet again? Seniors, adults, Social Security, fixed income beneficiaries. Yeah, we talk about this all the time, right? Now, to be fair, okay, I don't want to make this too controversial, but to be fair, just want to be fair with you, there is the $4,000 bonus deduction that they added into it. I know, it doesn't impact a lot of people. I totally recognize that was definitely 100% a bait and switch on us, but they did add that. That's about the only thing in there that is specifically focused on seniors. Literally, you got to be 65 plus in order to take advantage of that. And it's just a bonus on the standard deduction. Anyway, I've talked about that before in other videos. Okay, let's focus on this $2,500 really fast here. Just hear me out for a second, okay? I'm following up to the video that I had out a few days ago that was titled something along the lines of adult checks. If you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about, okay? But anyway, I'm following up to that. Just let me share the details of this and why this $2,500 payment within the reconciliation bill, again, is giving more leverage to seniors and, again, Social Security beneficiaries. Okay. So what they're doing within this is they're expanding the child tax credit payment again. They're expanding it again. They're actually increasing it by $500 up to $2,500. Okay, so right now this year, it's $2,000. Going forward with this new reconciliation bill, the big beautiful bill, the whatever you want to call it, that's what they call it, by the way, they're expanding it to $2,500, the child tax credit payment. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with seniors? That's like kids, minors. You're right, it is. However, as I mentioned the other day in that other video where I was talking about adult checks, just hear me out because we've heard this before many other times in the years past. When we see expansion to the child tax credit payment, when we see an increase to the child tax credit payment, when we see them tinkering around with playing, boosting, raising, increasing, adjusting, modifying, whatever other words you want to put in here, right? When we see that happening, this is when we see a lot of other people coming out suggesting the exact same thing we're talking about right here. What about seniors? What about Social Security beneficiaries? What about adults who do not have minor kids within their household, but who may still fall within the thresholds of what they say as low income, eligible for this, right? What about these individuals? A lot of which are seniors. Now, in this case, unfortunately, because they added the $4,000 bonus deduction in addition to the standard deduction, as we talked about just a little while ago in this video, as well as in other videos, because of that, they may be able to push back and say, well, we added the $4,000 for seniors. Okay, but what about a huge percentage of seniors that don't file a federal tax return because they don't need to because their income is low enough? What about that? You want to answer that question for me, right? Lawmakers, you want to answer that one question for me? Because I doubt they have an answer for that because they don't. Now, here's the problem with this. There's a lot of seniors out there. There's a lot of adults out there who maybe have kids, but the kids are 30, 35, 40, 25, 50, I don't know, some age higher than a minor, right? So with that being said, they would not be eligible for the child tax credit payment. Well, this is when we see this coming in, is anytime that they play around with the child tax credit payment, we usually see a lot of people coming out, discussing, pounding the table on this and saying, look, another handout for people that have minor kids in their household. Well, to be fair, raising kids is expensive. We all know that, right? We get it. You've been there, done that, right? Can be very expensive. But the point also is, what about seniors who are living on a Social Security benefit that's paying them $10,000, $8,000, $12,000, $15,000 a year, or something other than at least exceeding the federal poverty line, right? It's a problem. We already recognize this. There's about 11 million seniors aged 65 plus who are living in poverty in this country. Right now, 11 million seniors, roughly. It's actually more than that, but I'm just kind of rounding it to 11 million. It's nuts, right? So anyway, the leverage that I mentioned earlier, the potential good thing that we have about this is that because they raised it, because they're increasing it, they're not just leaving it alone, they're increasing it by $500. This gives even more power to us, fixed income beneficiaries, people in this situation that may not be eligible for the child tax credit payment, to come back and say, okay, what about that idea that they floated just a couple years ago where they talked about, hey, why don't we do a very similar provision? We'll call it an adult check. It's the same thing as a child tax credit payment, but we'll call it an adult tax credit payment. Pretty interesting how that works, right? They literally introduced this a few years ago. Why don't we do something like this? And it's focused on adults who are not eligible for the child tax credit payment that can take advantage of this, who are also low income. Gee, I don't know. That sounds like a pretty brainiac idea to me, right? At the end of the day as well, we've seen this before in study after study. When fixed income, when low income, when people that are living on a lowish income or a medium low income or fixed income, when they get money, what happens to it? They go to the casino, right? No. That's what everybody likes to say. Oh, they just blow it on lottery tickets. No. That is the most ridiculous thing. That's not what happens. We see the statistics. What they do is they buy necessities, food, clothing, rent, utilities. I mean, the list goes on and on. A vehicle, medical bills, glasses, stuff like this, dental work. I don't know. The list goes on and on. Necessity type things. They don't go and just blow the money. They spend it on necessities. We see this time and time again. It's represented as MPC, marginal propensity to consume, right? A high MPC means when low-income people get money, they spend it very fast and they spend it in its entirety. It goes right into the economy, exactly where they want the money, in the economy, trading for goods and services. Literally the purpose of it, right? Anyway, the idea that they had out a few years ago, by the way, just want to throw this out there, is they wanted to expand, or what I should say is offer the EITC, the Earned Income Tax Credit, which is, by the way, not tax advice, not accounting advice, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. That's number one, what it is. By the way, I have to throw the disclaimer out there, okay? But really what the EITC is, the Earned Income Tax Credit. It's a tax credit that's available on the tax return for some people who are eligible to receive it. They get a lot of money if they have minor kids. However, it is also available for other people who may not have kids, but they don't get nearly as much. Point being is that we've seen them discuss this a couple years ago to expand the EITC to offer a couple different things. Number one, higher dollar amounts for those individuals who are seniors, adults without minor kids in their household, as well as offering it on an advanced monthly payment system like we saw with the child tax credit payment back in 2021 when they offered ongoing monthly payments. Do you remember this? It was a real thing. They did this. The second half of 2021, for 6 months, they sent out ongoing monthly checks to about 38 million households every single month. The average household getting over $400 per month is how much that turned out to be. Anyway, same situation here. So even though within this reconciliation bill and within this they have this $2,500 payment for anybody who has a minor child and who has incomes within the thresholds that would make them eligible to receive it, even though it feels like, man, they're stiffing us again, right? They got us again. They put something else in the bill. There's a lot of provisions within this bill, by the way. There's a lot of money handouts in there. There's a ton of money in this bill, right? Trillions and trillions of dollars. A lot of people can take advantage of it. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of people that can't. A lot of people that can't. So again, hopefully, and again, why I want to make this video to really pound the table on this yet again. Reconciliation bill is cool. Some pretty good stuff in there for a lot of people. But also at the same time, it's terrible because it also doesn't offer many different things that a lot of people really need. Seniors, fixed income beneficiaries, people with disabilities, adults who maybe don't have a dependent or don't have dependents within the age range in which would make them allowed to get the extra money, right? So even though it looks like, oh man, they're just giving out money again to all these different people and they're forgetting us, rather than looking at it that way, let's look at it as, wow, they're giving a bunch of money out to people. Let's look at this for the opportunity that is provided by this, as in, what can we do as fixed income beneficiaries, as seniors, as Social Security beneficiaries, as people with disabilities who may not be eligible to get that $2,500 child tax credit payment? What can we do to use this as leverage to negotiate some type of better deal on this? Does that kind of make sense? Right? And that's exactly what we're hoping, that a bunch of other people will start rallying around, just like we saw back in 2021 when they did the exact same thing, when they expanded the child tax credit payment to higher dollar amounts as well as the advanced payments. Saw the same thing. People coming out, pounding the table saying, this is unfair. We need to do something for adults in the form of adult payments. Does that make sense? Right? Anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to watch it very closely here. I'll keep you updated as we get more information on this, but it's kind of what we're looking at as of now. And who knows? Yeah, seriously, who knows? Maybe they offer some type of specific senior stimulus or something. I mean, seriously, that's a thing. They've done that before. Offer just a stimulus to just fixed income beneficiaries. How awesome would that be? Leave everybody in the dust. That'd be awesome, right? Just a stimulus for Social Security beneficiaries. How incredible would that be, right? We'd feel like finally we won. For once, we win, right? That'd be incredible. Anyway, hey, if you're enrolled in Medicare, if you need any help, if you have any questions, anything like that, or if you want to see if there's a better plan out there with better coverages, money savings, things like that, which, by the way, the average person is saving $1,100, not guaranteed. Some save more, some save less, but that's the average. Call these advisors right here. Seriously, 100% for free. This team of trusted advisors is waiting on standby to talk to you. Please give them a call. Seriously. Write this phone number down, take a picture, take a screenshot right there for you. That team of advisors has already helped thousands and thousands and thousands of you here in this community. I've seen all the numbers. It's absolutely incredible. Like I just said, the average person calling this number and getting a review on their plan, their supplement plan, Medigap plan, Medicare Part D, Medicare Advantage, whatever it happens to be. First off, 90% of seniors are on the wrong plan. That's a really bad thing. But the average person calling here, that is getting a $1,100 savings. That's the average savings. Now, obviously, that's not guaranteed. Some save more, some save less, some save zero, to be fair with you. But that's the average, $1,100 of savings. Write that phone number down. Take a picture, take a screenshot, give them a call. And again, they're going to shop the 20,000 plus plans out there, all the plans in your local area, to find you the best plan at the best price with the best coverages and the best fit. So you can see the doctors and providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to visit, the prescription needs if you have any at all, and the fit for you, the best plan for you. It offers you the best coverages, which, by the way, think how nice it would feel to get the best plan with proper coverages, to be properly covered. How nice would that be? Rather than just having some random plan, hoping and praying that they're going to cover your next medical bill if you need to go somewhere or be seen for something. Yeah, we don't want to be in that position. That's the power of having the right plan rather than just some random plan. Seriously, write it down, take a picture, take a screenshot, give them a call right away, and establish that communication. Now, let me throw this out there super fast as well. We have annual enrollment coming up soon. It's a few months out, annual enrollment. Guess who's going to be reviewing and shopping their plans during annual enrollment? I'll tell you. Everybody and their brother, everybody and their uncle will be calling and swamping them with calls. Please, front run the line, get at the front of the line, call them now, establish the communication now by calling them with that phone number, and when you do, You can have them review your situation, find you better plans, better options, so when annual enrollment rolls around, you're good, you're ready to roll. It's just that easy. You're at the front of the line rather than the back of the line of 70 million seniors. You don't want to be in that position. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Otherwise, please think of just 1, 2, or 3 people that you know, friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, coworkers, parents, neighbors down the street, neighbors down the hall, favorite cashier at the local grocery store or pharmacy. Anybody that you know about this, please share this phone number with them. It's your exclusive phone number. Go ahead and share that with them to get some help with their Medicare as well. Again, Medicare supplements, Medigap plans, Part D plans, Medicare Advantage, initial enrollment into Medicare if you're turning 65 or if you're retiring. They've got it all, and they're eager to help you totally for free. Otherwise, if you're new here, if you've not done so, please consider subscribing, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Feel free to check out the nearly 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or popping up on your screen right now. You'll see some videos there. Check those out. Otherwise, until next time, enjoy your day. Take care, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.